for today I have a fun 30-minute glutes and hamstrings class for you. All you need today is a set of dumbbells. You can choose some dumbbells that are a little bit on the medium/heavier side and a mini band. We are going to get started in a warm-up lying down. So let's go ahead. You can meet me on the floor, and we're going to start with everyone's favorite, some glute bridges. So let's go ahead, plant your feet down and start to lift your hips up and down into a glute bridge position. Just starting to fire up for your hamstrings and obviously your glutes. And I want you to think about dragging your heels towards your butt. Okay, that's going to make you fire up through those hamstrings a little bit more. Now, next time you're in your bridge position, I want you to hold it. You're going to lift your right leg up to tabletop, drop it down, left leg up. So let's just start to march our bridge, but you're keeping your hip bones nice and steady as you alternate lifting those legs. Lift and drop. Let's do 4 more here. Here's 4 and drop. 3, 2, last one. Go ahead, plant that left foot down. Just start to pulse your hips up, little tiny lifts. Give me 8 more. We're gonna do some reverse tabletop bridges next. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just lower your hips to the floor. You're gonna go ahead, come all the way up. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into your feet. Lift your hips up into this reverse tabletop, and then tap your butt to the floor. Lift it up, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and tap just 3 more here. Here's 2. Last one, lift up, hold for a moment, and then drop it down. We're gonna go ahead, stand on up at the top of our mat, right into our reverse lunges. So you can just go ahead and alternate sides. Now, I'll take a glute bridge over a lunge any day, but lunges, I gotta say, they're good for that booty, so we gotta add them into this class. Let's do 4 more right here. Here's 3, 2, and then step your left leg all the way back. Bring your hands to the floor, and I want you to reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Open up through that chest. Now drop your right hand to the floor, and all you're going to do is start to straighten out through that right leg. So you might want to step your back foot in a little bit, press that back heel towards the mat. Rebend into that right knee so you can step your foot back, and then go ahead, step your left foot forward and start to open up through that left arm. Take a deep breath in here. All right, guys, drop the left hand down, start to straighten out through that left leg. You might want to step that back foot in a little bit. Now, we're gonna start to work the glutes a little bit more now, glutes and the hamstrings. I want you to go ahead, stand on up and grab your mini band. So we are going to do 3 glute activation exercises. So we're still kind of in warm-up mode. We're like transitioning between the warm-up and the actual workout. So what I want you to do is you're going to take your band around the ball of your right foot and the ball of your left foot, and then meet me in a tabletop position. So right now the band is around the balls of both feet. Now I'm going to change it up a little bit. I want you to reach behind you and just make the band now go around the left ankle. Okay, I know it's a lot, huh? Band is around your left ankle, but it's still around the ball of your right foot. Now, toes are tucked on your mat. Hug your abs up and in. And I want you to start to extend your right leg back. So you're in a donkey kick. And from here, you're just going to bend your right knee and stretch your leg long. Now that we're all established, if you want to untuck those left toes, feel free. If you want a little more core work here, feel free to take your left hand to your right shoulder and just leave it there for these last 35 seconds in this donkey kick. want you to think about kicking your leg up and back, but keeping your abs engaged so you're not arching through that lower back. Now in 15 seconds, we're gonna lie on our stomach. We have a hamstring curl. You're gonna keep the band exactly as it is. Legs will just be straight. In 3, 2, and 1. So keep the band as is, just lie down on your belly. You can make a little pillow with your forearms. I want you to start to curl your right heel in towards your butt and then extend it long. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and tuck my back toes. The band might move a little bit, but that's okay. Thinking about squeezing that right hamstring as you curl your heel all the way to your butt. Squeeze that hamstring. This is one of my favorite exercises to start to activate the hamstrings. We have one more activation exercise coming up next. It's gonna be a quick transition. So in 15 seconds, you're gonna lie on your left side for some clamshells, and we're going to bring the band around your knees, or right around your thighs, right above your knees. So give me one more hamstring curl. Whoop. There you go. Flip onto your left side. Just adjust your band. You have a few extra seconds here to get there, so don't worry. Bring the band right above your knees. Come to your left elbow. Now your feet are together. Your feet are in line with your booty. And then just start to lift this right knee up and down. You can stay on your elbow, or you can let your head rest in your hand, whatever works. Just now starting to fire up through that lateral side of your glute, the side of your butt. Making sure your hips stay nice and stacked as you lift the right leg up. 30 more seconds, we get to do those 3 moves all over again on the other side. Make sure you're really thinking about using this left side of your butt to lift that knee up. Next time your knee is up, I want you to hold it and just give me 10 little presses into the band for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, awesome job, guys. All right, come up to a seated position. While you're there, let's move the band so it's around the balls of both of your feet. Come into your tabletop position. You know where we're going. And now, before we actually get into our move, reach behind you with your right hand and just move the band so now it's around your right ankle. So it's around your right ankle and still around the left ball of your foot. Hug your abs in, float your knee up, start to extend your leg back and in. You can keep the toes of your right foot tucked or untucked. I'm going to leave that up to you. And for my overachievers out there, I know you're there. If you want a little extra core work, start to bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Find that balance. I'm not gonna lie, 7:30 p.m. here. I never film classes this late, but today was a day. So this is the only time I could do it. And what I'm trying to say is I'm not really in an overachiever type mood. That's my excuse for keeping both hands down. 10 more seconds. Squeeze that booty as you press into that band. You got it. Let's do 2 more. You get to lie down after this. Here's 1 and 2. Yes. All right, lie down. You can fold your forearms one on top of the other. I'm going to keep my right toes tucked and start to curl my left heel all the way to my glute. And you don't have to let your forehead rest down. You can just stay lifted as I am. But you know what? It's always a nice excuse to lie down completely for at least 60 seconds. So give yourself the gift of lying down if that's something you need today. Wherever you are, really think about squeezing that left glute. It's almost like a bicep curl for your butt, right? A bicep curl for that left hamstring, except it's a hamstring curl. All right, 10 more seconds. I'll give you 15 seconds to sit up and move the band so it's right above your knees. We have a clamshell coming up. In 3, 2, and 1. Roll to your side, come on up. Still moving a little bit quickly here. Bring your band right above your knees. Come onto your right elbow, and I want you to make sure your feet are in line with your butt as you just start to lift and lower this top left leg. Maybe let your head rest in your hand. Really think about using the left side of your butt to lift the knee up. Sometimes I even like to just place my hand on the side of my butt to remind myself that I'm working from the glute, not the hip joint. Hopefully your glutes and your hamstrings are feeling nice and warm and ready to grab those dumbbells. Like I said, don't be afraid to use a heavier set of dumbbells for this workout today. I know I'm full of excuses, but I only have like a medium set because I'm in my studio right now and I don't have all my weights with me. But I mean, I could use a heavier set if I had them, but I just don't right now. But don't be afraid to use something a little heavier for the lower body classes. Last one, hold it, pulse it up, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that knee, come on up, take your band off. You're actually done with it. Grab your weights, and we are going to start with some deadlifts. So feet are hip width apart, roll your shoulders away from your ears. I want you to imagine you're sliding your dumbbells, or you're actually not imagining, you're doing it. Down your legs, a little past your knees, and sticking your butt up right behind you. Now use your hamstrings to stand all the way up, give your booty a little squeeze at the top. Lower down for 3, 2, 1, pause, lift it up, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep this tempo. Lower down for 3, 2, 1, lift it up for 3, 2, and 1. Now I've heard teachers in classes say, imagine you drop something and your crush is behind you and you're trying to pick it up but in a cute way. Like, picking up whatever I dropped, isn't my butt so cute? I've actually never said that cue until now. Even now it doesn't count because I'm just saying I've heard it before. But it didn't come out of my mouth originally. All right, let's speed it up, single counts, just for 5. Squeeze it up. 4, 3, 2. Last one, come on up, rock your weights at your shoulders. I want you to drop it into a squat. Stand it up. Now you're gonna open your right foot to 5 o'clock. Toes are pointing out on both feet. 1 sumo squat, step it back in. So here we go, regular squat. Left foot steps out to 7 o'clock. Toes are pointed out. Sumo squat, back to center. So you're just alternating. 1 regular squat, 1 sumo. Notice in that sumo squat, you can get a little bit deeper with their toes pointing out. Seconds. We're going to stick to just the right side next. We have a front lunge followed by a back lunge coming up. In 3, 2, and 1. So let your weight just come by your sides. Right leg. I want you to step forward to a front lunge, push off that foot, reverse lunge right. So let's just stay on the right side. Front lunge, step it back to a reverse lunge. My balance, is a little questionable right now. I swear I did not have any wine with my dinner. "25 more seconds. We're gonna lie on down next for some weighted glute bridges. Then we will repeat the circuit one more time. You have enough time for one more lunge forward and one more lunge back. You got it, guys. Take your weights with you. Come to your back. Rest your weights right underneath your hip bones. Feet are planted into the floor. Start to lift and drop your hips. Weighted bridge. Coming back to that cue that I said in the warm-up. Imagine you're dragging your heels towards your body as you lift your hips up. Feel those hamstrings engage. Let's add 2 pulses at the top. So I want you to lift, pulse, pulse, drop it down. Lift, pulse, pulse, drop it down. Lift it, pulse, pulse, drop it down. Keep it going, little time check. You have 10 more seconds. Lift, pulse, pulse, drop it down. Last time. Awesome job. All right, you guys, let's go ahead, stand on up. We are going through those exercises one more time, starting with our deadlifts. So roll your shoulders away from your ears, just a soft bend in your knees. Start to hinge forward for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your booty lift for 3, 2, 1. Again, hinge, 3, 2, 1, and lift, 3, 2, and 1. You want to always make sure that your ears are in line with your shoulders, even as you are hinging forward. That means keeping your chin off of your chest so your neck is long. Now, last 30 seconds here, let's move to singles. Hinge and stand. Hinge and stand. You're lengthening your hamstring muscles, and then you're shortening them as you stand up. 10 seconds, weights are coming to our shoulders. You have 1 regular squat, followed by 1 rotational squat. In 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, rack those weights. Start with your toes pointing forward. Let's go. 1 squat, right foot to 5 o'clock, heels in, toes out. 1 sumo squat. Have you guys ever seen those competitions where people wear like the sumo squat little costume? I shouldn't say little because it's actually huge. And then they like wrestle each other. I've always wanted to do that. I think I would be laughing too much to actually do anything, but just putting the costume on itself would make me laugh. But wouldn't that be so fun with your friends? If you all had sumo costumes on and you're just like running into each other, crashing around. See, I told you at this point in the day, I'm absolutely delirious. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. All I know is we have 10 more seconds, and then we're going into our front lunge, reverse lunge on the left side. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing at the middle of your mat. Left side's turn. Step it forward, center, back, center. Also, I have to say, so when I usually film my workouts, I usually had a coffee, but that was like hours ago, literally like 12 hours ago. So I can't even believe that I'm actually making some sort of sense right now. I always thought it was the coffee that was like fueling my workouts, but clearly it's just me. I had it in me all along. 15 seconds. I'm so excited to lie down next, aren't you? One more set of weighted bridges. Coming up. One more lunge forward. One more lunge back. And take your weights with you. Meet me on your back. Weights are underneath your hip bones. Lift your hips and drop. We're just gonna start with a single tempo, and then we'll add in 2 little pulses at the top. All right, here we go. Lift it up, pulse it up for 1, 2, drop it, lift it. Pulse, pulse, drop it, lift it. Keep going, you have 20 seconds. Pulse it, drop it, lift it. Next time your hips are up in your bridge, hold it. Just pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those hips. Nice job, you guys. All right, so here's the deal. We have 1 more circuit left. This circuit is 3 exercises that we're gonna do twice, and this time we're gonna focus on 1 leg. So we'll do 1 leg for all 3 moves, then we'll repeat and finish class on the other leg. So grab your weights. We're gonna start with a kickstand deadlift. I want you to step your right foot about 6 inches behind your left foot and come onto the ball of your right foot. We're going back to our deadlifts, but this time, as you hinge forward, your left leg stays straight. You're still kind of pointing that booty back. And then you're squeezing your left glute and hamstring as you stand up. So hinge, squeeze. Most of your weight is in that left leg. Hinge, squeeze, and stand. Everything else stays the same. As you hinge forward, your ears are in line with your shoulders, back is straight. Should feel almost like a big, huge stretch in the back of that left leg as you hinge. Just keep a soft little bend in your knee. 15 seconds. We have 2 dumbbell swings followed by 1 reverse lunge on the right leg. In 3, 2, and 1. So step both feet up. I want you to hinge from your hips, snap your hips forward for 2 dumbbell swings, and then reverse lunge on the right. We'll do 2 reverse lunges. So again, hinge, snap those hips. Arms by your side, reverse lunge on the right leg 2 times. Left leg stays forward. Now, for your dumbbell swings, the power is coming from your lower body. I don't want you to think of it as an upper body move. Use the lower body to help drive those arms up. Seconds. We have some single leg bridges coming up. We're gonna lie down again, this time with no dumbbells. In 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, dumbbells down. Come onto your back. Now, I want you to lift your right leg to tabletop. Left foot stays on the floor. Press into your left foot as you drive your hips up, single leg bridge. Inhale, tap your booty to the floor. Exhale, squeeze that left glute and that left hamstring as you lift. Same cue, you're pulling your left heel towards your body as you lift up into that bridge. You should feel your hamstring really activate. This is your last move for this final circuit before we repeat one more time. Keep it going, just a quick time check. All right, next time you're up in your bridge, hold it. Extend your right leg to the ceiling and pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, stay with me, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, here we go. You can do it. Last 3 minutes of class. Grab your weights. We're going into that staggered kickstand deadlift. So I want you to step your left foot back about 6 inches, bend through your left knee, and let's go ahead, hinge forward over that right leg, and then squeeze the right glutes and hamstring as you stand up. So that right leg is fairly straight, although you do have a soft bend behind your knee, so you're not locking out in your joints. Hinge your hips back. Squeeze that booty as you stand up. Seconds. We have 2 dumbbell swings, followed by 2 reverse lunges on the left side, coming up. In 3, in 2, and 1. Take a big step forward. Now, weight or movement, comes from your lower body as you hinge and snap those weights forward, and then you reverse lunge on your left leg 2 times. Hinge, snap. I'm sorry, but I can't help but think of Elle Woods anytime I have a bend and snap motion. Hopefully you guys know who Elle Woods is. If not, you need to go on your computer and YouTube Legally Blonde right after this class. It's a classic quote. Classic quote. See, I don't even use sunshine now. 20 seconds. Also, guys, this is your last move with your dumbbells. You have 1 more exercise on deck, and it is a body weight move. Single leg bridges coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights down. All right, we're on our back. Quickly get there. Left leg to tabletop. Arms by your side. Drive through that right foot. Lift your hips to the single leg bridge. Inhale, tap your booty to the floor. Exhale, squeeze behind that right leg as you lift. Also, if you've never heard of a sumo wrestling costume, the second you're done with this workout, I want you to Google it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Hopefully you all know what I was talking about because it looks amazing. All right, time check. Here we go, right on time. Lift your hips, extend your left leg, and pulse out last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay on your back for your stretch. Awesome job, you guys. Feet are on the floor. Let's cross our right ankle outside our left thigh. And you can either use your right hand to just kind of gently open through that right hip, pressing your thigh away. Or you can interlace your hands around the left shin and kind of pull the shape in towards your body. Drop your left foot to the floor, extend your right leg up to the ceiling, and you can either hold on behind your hamstring or your calf as you stretch out the back of your leg. Go ahead, switch sides, drop your right foot down, take that figure 4, crossing your left ankle this time. And you can either press your hand into that inner thigh or lift your right foot off the floor. Figure 4. And then drop your right foot to the floor. If it's lifted, extend your left leg, hand behind your hamstring or your calf, whatever works. Just send some of your breath into the back of that left leg. Don't be surprised if your hamstrings are a little sore tomorrow. And if this workout felt a little too easy for you, that's a good indicator that you should do it again. But the next time you should use heavier dumbbells, okay? All right, let's hug our knees in, roll to your side, take a seat. Last quick stretch here. I want you to just lean back on your hands. Bring your feet a little wider than your hips and start to windshield wipe your legs side to side. Just loosening up through your hips. A little snap, crackle, and pop there of my hip. We'll do 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, take a seat. You guys did it. Shake it out. Let's sweep our arms overhead. Be so proud of yourself for showing up. I'm so proud of you. Thanks so much for taking class. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful rest of your day.